in. Figured I'd go live for just a little bit tonight. Let everybody get in here and we'll start chatting. Now you can sit right there. I'll get you on camera here in just a little bit. Let everybody get in here that wants to come in. Nobody definitely has to come in. David C. Perkins, hey, hey, hey. Hey, babe. How's David doing tonight? Hey, Angie. How's Angie doing? Hey, Stacy. Saying hi, guys. How's Stacy doing? There's Miss Virginia. Hey, Virginia. Saying hey to Jeff and Tootsie. How's Miss Virginia doing tonight? What'd you cook tonight, Virginia? I know it was probably something great as all get out, as always. Angie saying, hey, David says, if it was any better, I would have to take a pill for it. Or as the other old saying goes, David, if you're any more excited, you'd have to go take a dump. Or as Clark Griswold says, I wouldn't be more surprised if I woke up this morning with my head sewn in the carpet. David saying hey to Virginia, hope she's doing well and or doing great tonight. And Virginia says meatloaf, baked potatoes, and green beans. There you go. Fixing one of them southern meals. Virginia saying hey to Angie. Hey Pam. Hey, how's Pam doing? And I know sometimes hey, it's PB comes in here, which that's Pam also. So I might say Pam H for Pam Hyatt. And then, of course, PB Pam. Angie saying hey. Hey, Teleco Toys. Saying hey from the Teleco Mountains. How's the mountains doing? Is the rain over with for y'all? So far, we're dodging the leftover, but there's still scattered showers around. It's 69 degrees right now. It was 70. It was 70 at the campground, but it's 69, I guess, up here on the mountain mile. Virginia says, I'm great. Thanks, David. And Teleco says it's over for now. Yeah, sun's coming back out right now. Leslie says, I'm here. I've got you on TV. I'm submitting Macy's school project on the computer right now. Hey, that's fine, Leslie. I know you got a lot going on. Bless your heart. I appreciate you coming in. Putting me on the big screen, I guess. You don't... Yeah. But I know she'll get on the computer so that way she'll be able to chat. There goes the train. Well, there's actually people on it riding too. There's not that many people in town right now. Angie says we had heavy rain already. Yeah, same here, Angie. Virginia saying hey. Dennis says I'm here. Hey Dennis, hey buddy. Don't you wake your wife up. I know she's had a fun-filled day today. She's wore out. So don't you wake her up. Just keep the volume turned down while you listen to me. Virginia saying, hey, Pam says, I will take 70 over 30. Yes, yes, ma'am. Same here. Same here. I'll take 70. Especially this time of day, you know, 70 don't bother me at all. But I'm glad we're gonna be back in the 80s, and won't be long we'll be seeing 90s, because I don't mind the heat. That's me though. That's my personal preference. But I mean, a good temperature as far as to be able to swim, get a tan and all that stuff, about 82, 83. That's a fairly good temperature. You know, if we could have that year round, shoot, I'd be in hog heaven. But I know that'll never happen. I'd have to go to Hawaii or something like that to have warm weather year round. Dennis says he's got the volume down. Hey, Connie Spencer. How's Connie doing? I know y'all guys, you and Jimmy, had a fun time while y'all was here at Rod Run. I'm glad I got to see you too. Lord have mercy. I don't know if y'all saw that, but they're over here. I didn't realize I didn't even think it was open. But that crowd just dropped. If y'all want to rewrite, that crowd just dropped from that one. I started hearing the screaming. Let's see, Angie saying, hey, Dennis, let me know you had the volume down. Hey, William Smith, hey, buddy. How's William doing? Saying hey to Virginia. Chicken and sausage gumbo with tater salad, I think's what Williams fixed tonight, or he had for dinner. Pam saying hey. Gary with 2 R's, hey, hey, buddy. Say, hey, it's me, it's Ernest T. I watched a little bit of Andy just a little while ago while I was eating. Virginia's saying hey, Dennis is saying hey, Virginia's saying hey. Williams says, went to Jacksonville, Florida yesterday, got back around. Oh, they shot them up. There they go. Shot them up again. So I guess they, yeah, that's the one where you get shot up and then back down. So they must have got to do it twice. Let's see, let me get back to the chat. William says, went to Jacksonville, Florida yesterday and got back around 2 today. I'm tired. I bet you are tired, William. That's a lot of driving. I mean, I know you enjoy it, but then I know there's days, though, where you're probably like, geez, I'm ready to get home, or I've put enough miles underneath my seat. Connie says, doing good. Hope to be back soon. And Gary's saying hey, Virginia's saying hey, Dennis is saying hey, and Angie's saying hey. And I'm caught up at the moment so far. I'll flip it around here where y'all can see the star of the show. She's right here, dead center, right on the camera. I forgot my other phone, so I'm having to read it off my phone. William says, yeah, you're right. I mean, I know when I do a long drive, William, I'm the same way. My rear end gets tired after so long. Gary's saying hey and Connie's saying hey right now. I mean, there's a few people up here at the Mountain Mall, however you want to call it. But as far as in town, though, I mean, town's quiet. There's not that many in town right now. Even all the campgrounds are empty and stuff. Connie saying hey, Teleco saying hey to you, Tootsie. Say hey to Teleco, Tootsie. Say hey, Teleco. Hey, Teleco. She's looking around. Angie saying sweet Tootsie. And Virginia saying hey. Gary says, what's your 8-day forecast? Tomorrow's supposed to be sunny and low 80s. Thursday's supposed to be back to 85. Then Friday's when we get another monsoon coming. And then it drops the temperatures down to where it's going to be like upper 70s, I think, when you get here, Gary. I hadn't seen past that yet. I didn't pay attention when I was watching the news there a little bit ago because I went ahead and left to come do this. So I didn't get to see the extended forecast there a little while ago. I came on out to get ready for the show since I was able to go live tonight for a little bit. But I did, as far as what I saw yesterday, Gary, I know it's supposed to be like upper 70s, maybe 80 when y'all first get here. Leslie saying hey. Fred, hey, Fred and Connie, how are y'all doing? Says hello, Jeff and the star Tootsie. Yeah, spoiled rotten star. And then Virginia says, didn't you say you're having company this? Yeah, they're here in town right now, Virginia. I've been with them every day. They have hauled me around every which way they can. Bless their hearts. I've told them they can't spoil me like that. But I'm returning the favor tomorrow, which they already know. So we've got plans tomorrow as far as my treat. Virginia's saying hey to everybody. Fred has said hey to everybody. Let's see. Leslie says, my mom's watching you with us, Jeff. Hello. How's Leslie's mom doing? I hope you're doing good. And I'll be dadgum, and I'm gonna be honest, Leslie. I'm struggling with your mom's name again. I know I ask it every time, but I'm not. I don't talk to your mom like I talk to you and Larry and everybody else here on YouTube. I can't never remember your mom's name saved my life. Or your dad's. So put it up in the comments for me, Leslie, so that way I can say hey to her the right way. She's gonna be mad at me. She can slap me here next few days. Everybody's saying hey to everybody right now. And I'm caught up on the chat. Make sure I didn't miss nobody that came in that I hadn't said hello to yet. Pam was saying hey to you, Tootsie. She got back down. I'll go ahead and flip the camera back around. Just making sure I hadn't. And Connie Spencer was saying hey to you, saying you're such a pretty girl. And I think and that's where everybody was saying hey to everybody. Yeah, okay, Gail. Well, whichever one she wants me to call her. But hello, Gail, and I apologize. And I ought to be able to remember that. I ought to be able to remember that. That's my fault. And hey, Diane, saying hey there, Jeff and Tootsie. Yeah, I just had Tootsie on camera too, Diane. If you want to skip back right quick, just like 30 seconds. I had her on for just a little bit. She's went back down here and laid down on me. There's Jimmy Spencer. There's Connie's better half. Saying, what's up, buddy? How's Jimmy doing tonight? He's probably tired from working. Pam saying hey. Fred saying hey to Leslie's mother. And Leslie says, Gail is not her name. That's what you call her. That's what that's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking. Leslie, I'm going to kill you. I'm going to kill you, Leslie. YouTube, don't you shut me down. I'm not meaning that seriously. Figure speech. I'll rephrase it. Leslie, I'm going to get you. I'm going to get you, Leslie. Jimmy says he's tired. Fred saying hey to everybody. It's Mabel. And I ought to be able to remember that real easy. Mabel. Diane saying, hey, John. Hey, John Asper saying, good evening, Jeff and Tootsie from parts unknown. I was thinking about coming down there today and crashing your live, but I didn't know if you were even going to do a live. Yeah, I didn't know either till a little while ago, John, because I've got company in town and been with them every day. Hey, Missy Brock saying, hey, Jeff and Tootsie. How's Missy doing? Jimmy saying hey, Virginia saying hey, Fred saying hey, Jimmy saying hey, Leslie says her name is Mabel and my dad is Lowell. And I don't know, I guess I have known your dad's name, but I guess just hadn't said it enough times because I'm trying to remember if I even knew your dad's name or not. I mean, I've met your dad, but quite a few times. But I don't know if I ever caught his name or not, to be honest with you. So Mabel and Lowell. And Jimmy's saying hey, Virginia's saying hey. And am I pronouncing that right too, Leslie? It's not Lowell. I'm sure it's Lowell. Or Lowell. Lowell might be how you say Lowell. And if I'm butchering it, I apologize to your sweet daddy. Connie's saying hey, Virginia's saying hey, Missy says I'm rolling laughing at the Gale fiasco. Yeah, I know it. Leslie got me again. I'm gonna get her when I see her. I'm gonna get her back. Everybody's saying hey to everybody right now. But hey, it wouldn't be a show if it wasn't a fiasco every now and again. Heck, all y'all know that. Everybody's saying hey right now. Leslie says he's hilarious, Missy. And everybody's saying hey to everybody right now. Dry Creek Beard Care. There we go. Rob and Denise in the house. Hey, how you guys doing? Hey, just got done mowing the yard. Are y'all back home, Denise, Rob? Are y'all here mowing? Because I know they were mowing at the campground after all the rain finally quit. Jimmy saying hey to everybody. Leslie says you're exactly right, Jeff. You got it right the first. Okay. All right. Just making sure, Leslie. Connie's saying hey to Rob and Denise. Rob and Denise is saying hey. Virginia's saying hey. Rob and Denise is saying hey. Missy, hey, Virginia, if you want to put it back up here, so that way everybody knows what you fixed tonight, uh, type it in again if you want to. Because I know a lot of people like knowing what you cook and stuff. Missy's saying hey, Fred's saying hey, Jimmy's saying hey, Angie's saying hey, Rob and Denise is saying hey, Jimmy's saying hey, Rob and Denise is saying hey, and Angie's saying hey. Okay, they're back home. I'm glad y'all got back home safe. Hey, Denise, right quick, before I forget, update on your dad. How's he doing? If you want to tell. I'm just asking because I know you was letting me know when y'all were here in town. And I hadn't got to talk to y'all since. I just wanted to see how he's doing because I know you was worried there when you was in town for the rod run. And there's what Virginia made tonight, because I'd asked her earlier when she came in. She had meatloaf, baked potatoes, and green beans. And Leslie sending love to Rob and Denise. David saying hey. And Diane says, that sounds good, Virginia. Now see, William had, like, not Low Country Boil, but he had, William, if you want to put yours back up, William had a good meal tonight too that he had made. And I mean, he might be cooking it now, or that's what he had, but he did put up what he had. John says, hey, Jeff and Tootsie, are you ready for Lost in Space trivia tomorrow night? Depends on if I even make it, because that's what I was going to let Fred know, because I've got plans tomorrow, and I don't know if I'll be in Fred's live chat tomorrow night or not. And of course, I mean, you know, Fred knows. But I'll try to at least get on my phone and have it playing on my phone. I don't see why I shouldn't be able to do. I mean, I should be able to do that, unless if we're somewhere where I don't have a signal. And I don't think I'll be in Cades Cove at nighttime. I wouldn't think so. Angie says, sounds really good, Virginia. Virginia says, how you doing, Diane? And Diane says, okay, Virginia, just sore. And Dry Creek says, it's a hot mess. He was took by an ambulance again last week to the hospital and been in there until today for that weird lung infection again. So we stayed away because of Rob's lung stuff. And I understand that completely, Denise. But I'm glad he's better now and out of the hospital, so that's a good sign. And thank you for the update too, Denise. Fred says, that's okay, we understand, don't worry about it. I know you don't mind, Fred. Me and him and Blaine fished together last night. We sat there and chit-chatted while we was fishing. I see everybody's saying hey right now to everybody. Virginia's sending prayers to Diane. Yeah, everybody send some prayers to Diane because she's got it a little rough right now. So she could definitely use some prayers. Everybody's saying hey to everybody right now. William says Lorna made chicken and sausage gumbo with tater salad. She gets all the credit. Louisiana girl can cook. Oh, I guarantee it. So you finally let us fill us in that wifey made it, not you. Which you didn't say that you made it either, so don't get me wrong for the ones that's just now coming in. But he had put what he had to eat. But his sweet wife made him a heck of a meal tonight. Let me get it jumped on me here. They're right, Diane saying out of the hospital is way better than in you, and I know you know that also, but I know she's talking about Dry Creek there where her dad was in the hospital. Pam's saying, hey, let me make sure I didn't. Okay, yeah, I hadn't missed nobody. John says, I'm going to get off here and go sing a few songs to karaoke. I'll catch everybody later. Hey, that's fine, John. No problem, buddy. Hey, thanks for coming in. Virginia says, hubby had a checkup day. He's doing, that's good. That's good news, Virginia. So hubby got a great report today. Missy says, prayers, Denise. And Dry Creek says, some aren't understanding it like you are, Jeff, but we have to do what we have to do. Oh, I know it. I know it. And I know y'all know that I understand it. And you know, it's definitely not easy and not fun at all. And it's because I know probably a little bit more Denise than everybody else in here because of our conversations, and that's probably why too, Denise. Because I know y'all told a little more to me versus what you tell public wise as far as on YouTube, which is perfectly okay also. Fred's saying prayers to Diane, and Denise is thanking Missy. David's saying sending prayers. Dry Creek says that's good, Virginia. And Diane's thanking Fred and Connie. Jimmy's sending prayers. Everybody's sending prayers to Diane and to Dry Creek. Leslie says, is that rain on it? Yep. That's the darn wax job that Lexi has. And it just beads up like that. Because we had rain probably an hour ago, give or take, maybe a little bit longer. And of course the sun has been in and out, and the car hadn't moved other than from the campground to here. Dry Creek says is thanking Angie Sue. Virginia's sending prayers for them and her parents. And Fred's sending prayers to Denise. And Denise says, yep. And then she's thanking everybody on here. And Diane's thanking everybody on here. Dennis says, internet is bad here, so I lost you, but I'm back now. That's fine, Dennis. That's no problem. Well, I hate the darn internet's bad. I didn't know the internet was bad at the campground there, but I know the darn cable there where before you got your satellite hooked up, I know you showed me the cable there where it's not much worth of crap. Angie says, has anyone heard from PB on the go? That's hey, the PB on the go now is hey, it's PB. That's her name now. She was on last week, but I don't have no way of getting a hold of her that I know of. Let's see, wait a minute. I do have her on Facebook, but I hadn't seen anything on Facebook from her that as far as anything that's bad that's happened. So I take it she's all right. But I know there was a lot of tornadoes, like Angie's saying there, past few days. Jimmy sending prayers to Dry Creek. Dry Creek's thanking Jimmy. And Diane says, welcome back, Dennis. Fred's saying, hey to Dennis, if we don't see you tomorrow, happy birthday. And Dry Creek saying, hey, Dennis and Teresa, or saying hey to Dennis and Teresa. And Dennis says, hey, Fred and Connie. And I'm caught up with the chat so far. I appreciate everybody coming in. That's what I say. I figured I'd go live for a little bit. And since I had a free moment, and let everybody chat with everybody, see how everybody's doing. Tootsie's with me. I had her on camera there just a little bit ago. I hadn't seen the train again. I saw it twice, but I hadn't seen it or heard it again yet. And of course, they hadn't anybody else rode that ride yet, especially the swing part. There's a swing part right here for the ones that don't know, that'll swoop down here and go in between this tower, and then it brings you back. Let's see. Hey, Blaine. Everybody saying howdy, friends. How's Blaine doing tonight? Everybody saying hey to Blaine. Dennis is saying hey to Rob and Denise. Jimmy's saying hey. Virginia's saying hey to Blaine. And Angie's saying hey to Blaine. And I said Denise. Jimmy saying hello to Dennis. I get tongue-tied with Denise and Dennis. I have to watch it, because I mess up on that part. I've done that more than once. I've caught myself doing that. I've called Dennis Denise and Denise Dennis. But that's how crazy I am. And Dennis is thanking Fred and Connie. And Blaine's saying hey to everybody. Renee says, oh darn, tree frogs have started. Yeah, I heard on the news, now that you brought that up, Virginia, I heard on the news where the locusts have started in certain parts. I don't think they're here in Pigeon Forge, or if they are, I hadn't heard them yet. But they're somewhere near Knoxville or in this area. They've already started, based off what the news told this morning. Dry Creek say, Rob and Denise is saying hey to Blaine. Blaine says, yes, slip of the tongue can be interesting. Yeah, you're right, Blaine. Lord have mercy. That one, that one that was fishing with me and you and Fred there the other night. Lord have mercy. You talk about a darn potty mouth. Bless her heart. She's nice as could be. But I know me and Fred and Blaine were cringing because of just the stuff she was saying. Good old girl. She lives here in Tennessee. Matter of fact, she's not far from Pigeon Forge. But buddy, she didn't care to speak her mind. I thought, Lord, bless Blaine and Fred's heart. And here we're having to listen to that. But she eventually calmed down. She eventually just quit it. And we all just kind of sort of stayed quiet and fished until we got tired. Dennis is saying hey to Jimmy. Virginia says tree from driving me crazy than that. And I'm trying to decipher what Virginia. I think she's talking about the tree frogs drive her crazy than she already is. And I can understand that, Virginia. I've heard. I don't think the campgrounds really got them, but I know they got the darn crickets though. Them darn crickets. It won't be long before the crickets are gonna start. Yeah, I knew you was meaning frogs there, Virginia. Blaine says, yeah, she was from Pennsylvania originally. I forgot about that part. Good memory, Blaine. Yeah, she's originally from Pennsylvania. Yeah, because she said she is getting made fun of and getting cussed at because of her being a Yankee coming down to here. I forgot about that part. Diane's laughing at Virginia. My father was scared of frogs, even little tree frogs. William's saying, hey to Blaine, I listened to your post cruise live yesterday. Shirley Temples and y'all yelling. That's what he's meaning there. And yeah, I told Blaine last night when we was fishing. I said, I fell asleep to your live show because I knew I had to get up yesterday morning early. And but I left it on. And I told him, I said, I remember the part of such and such. And I said, that's the last I remember. But undoubtedly, he wasn't on long after that. So I pretty much watched it, but didn't see the very end of it. Because he's giving me ruckus. He says, oh, so I put you to sleep, huh? Well, that's real. he knew I wasn't meaning it that way. I just was leaving it on like I try to do with everybody. You know, somebody goes live, I'm going to put it on and leave it on, even if I'm busy or something. That way everybody gets credit and stuff. I mean, that's how I've always tried to do with everybody. Let's see, right there, Blaine says, yes, he's from Pennsylvania. Okay, Rob Denise says, yeah, they drive me crazy too, Virginia. And Blaine says, yes, sir, William. And Virginia says, don't blame Pennsylvania, Blaine. And Gary says, have you been to any Crazy Sisters campground parties this week? No, not yet, Gary. It's been a one and done so far. It's been a one and done so far, and that's the honest truth. Now, granted, I have company in town this week, so you know that's sort of, I guess, what's kept me from being up there around them. Blaine says, love you, Virginia. And Blaine's laughing at Gary. Lord have mercy. And I'm telling you, I don't know that I want to tell this. But I mean, all I know is they need to, that one youngin they got, they need to raise it a little bit better. I'll just leave it at that. I mean, it ain't nothing bad as far as language wise. I'll just needs to dress a little better. I'll just leave it at that. Need to have them dress a little bit better. William says, sometimes I just let them videos run while I go to town. Yeah, and I get that, William. I mean, because it just helps support everybody that goes live. You know, the ones that we watch their live shows and stuff. I mean, I've done it more than one time, especially the ones that, you know, if they go live real late at night or whatever, there's been a time or two where I've fell asleep to it. You know, I'm not gonna lie, I admit it, but I leave it on though, so that way they get credit. Virginia says, has anyone noticed how much different Blaine is on his channel? I think Mallory keeps him in yeah. She admitted it too, Virginia. I know Blaine won't care for me to tell this because she told it on the live show. Undoubtedly, he had something to show, but he couldn't show it because his wife says, we're going to keep it PG. I was awake for that. I do remember that. I don't know what it is. Don't have any clue. Hadn't been told or nothing. I know Scott knows, I'm pretty sure, because they was together, but I don't. So, I mean, it definitely got my curiosity piqued on whatever it was Blaine was talking about Sunday night. But yeah, Mallory, she'll keep him in check. He gets to get by with a few things though. There's Amanda, please. Hey, Amanda. Hey, thanks for coming in. How's Amanda doing tonight? It's Amanda, please. It's Amanda, please. Lord have mercy. Get the macaroni and cheese. Blake says, Virginia, I'm actually nice and sweet and an innocent person. Some people bring the worst out of me. Fred saying hey to Amanda. Amanda saying hello. Diane says, I think so too, Virginia. His leash is shorter. And Virginia's laughing at Blaine. Blaine says, Virginia Mallory just agreed with you. And Fred says, Blaine is different in person than in chats. And Amanda says, down every road is always one more city. He is on the run the highway. Is Jeff home? Lord, Amanda, I was trying to decipher what you're saying there. How many NyQuil shots you had tonight, Amanda, so far? And Virginia says, good for you, Mallory. Jimmy saying hey to Amanda, and Amanda says, hey, Jeff and Governor Tootsie. I don't know about her being the governor. She might be the mayor, but I don't know about the governor. And then she's put 6 up. I don't know what the 6 means. And poor old Tootsie's over here sleeping on me. I know she was excited to see me when I came back. She's ready to play fetch. We played fetch for a little bit, then I had to cook me some dinner. And then I told her, I said, come on, you know what day it is. Oh, look. Now, she's awake now because I'm talking to y'all. She popped up when I said, come on. Oh. Yeah, well, I'm sorry. Thank you, hey, Virginia. There we go. Virginia keeps me on my toes. Amanda's had 6 shots of NyQuil. Hey, Larry. Hey, buddy. How's Mr. Harvey doing? Amanda says, I had to... Blaine, I see your message there. I'm not going to read that on here, but I see your message. I'll have to look at it later, though. I'll have to check it out after the live. Amanda says, I'm a bad woman. I gave her NyQuil shots. Lordy, Fred saying hey to Larry. Everybody's saying hey to Larry. Dry Creek, Rob Denise going, Larry in the house. And Virginia says, did you cook on the Blackstone? Yes, ma'am, I did, Virginia. I sure did. I love that thing. I didn't get to cook on it this morning, though, dadgummit. It was raining this morning, so I had to go to Claybo's Market Grill and eat this morning, which, I mean, they was glad to see me because it'd been a while. But I'll get to cook in the morning. Larry's saying hello to everybody in here, sending everybody love. Virginia's saying hey to Larry. Blaine's saying hey to Larry. But yeah, I did get to cook on it tonight, though. And then, of course, I'll get to do breakfast in the morning as far as because I love that thing. I really do. I have to admit, I'm definitely enjoying cooking now. I mean, I'm liable, when I get home, I'm liable to use that even in the house instead of cooking on my stove. Just cook on the because you can do it all on the Blackstone. I mean, I'll even be able to get well, I'm not going to bring that up because I know y'all are going I'll be able to even get my liver mush on there with my eggs and bacon. Just have it all fixed at one time. Everybody's saying hey to everybody right now. Hey, AR. Hey, how's AR doing? Thanks for coming in. Please pray for my 14-year-old daughter. She tried to take her life last Sunday. Please pray for her and thank you. Oh, bless your heart. We'll definitely do that. Everybody keep AR's daughter in your prayers. Yeah, that's not good news for sure. So we'll definitely, and Gary's sending prayers to AR. And AR, right quick, some of them that's in here, they talk in their phones, so the auto chat or phone chat will spell it out wrong versus what they're trying to say. So just giving you a heads up, AR, like, you know, with Gary there, he has to talk in his phone, so that's why it said ARE. Blaine says, AR prayers, if you need someone to talk to, search this name and find my contact information ASAP. So there you go, AR. You can get you can get Blaine's contact information there, and that'll give you somebody that can be able to help you out. Rob and Denise is sending prayers. Virginia says, we are seriously thinking of getting one, but I have several in the picnic pavilion. And I understand that, Virginia. I mean, I wished I'd have got it last fall when they were on sale. I mean, they were half price back in October versus what I had to pay when I went and got it, you know, the other week. Angie sending prayers to AR. Virginia sending prayers to AR. But I mean, I'm dead. That sun's out now and shining right in my mirror and blinding me. Excuse me. I might just use that thing in the house at home. I mean, because it's no different than cooking on my stovetop. I mean, it's gonna smell up the house for a little bit anyway. It's just I won't have near the stuff to clean. Blaine says, I'll never turn down a chance to pray for someone regardless of the situation. I'm right there with you, Blaine. I'm right there with you. We got AR to having our prayers. Rob and Denise, well, actually Denise's dad, and then Diane Phoenix is in here, prayers for her. Teleco Toys is sending prayers. And Blaine says, we have a 17 and 28 inch. We love Blackstone. Yeah, mine's the 17. They make a 22 inch in the exact same thing that I have, and it's a double burner. And you can get it gas or electric. I went with electric, you know, because the electric don't cost me nothing at the campground. I didn't want to fool with the gas bottles. That's the only reason why I went with electric. Now, if you get the gas ones, you get them a whole lot cheaper too. For the ones that might want to know, if you get the ones that take the little green gas bottles, they are way cheaper. They're like half price of what the electric, and it's because all electrical parts. Let's see. Larry says, so are we riding that? Yes, Larry. Yeah, if you'll ride it with me, I'm ready to do it again. I've rode it. Larry's talking about the mountain monster here. That's what that's called. These two white things here. The swing's right here, and it swings you down between these two poles, and then you come back. I mean, it's like a 30-second ride, but it's fun. It's fun, and I will definitely ride that with you, Larry. I'll even buy you a ticket for you, because I that's the thing. You can't ride it by yourself. You got to have two people. That's one of the rules. I don't know if it's the rules or if it's just cause how this is designed, but undoubtedly you got to have two people. So that's why I've only got to ride it the one time. And when I did ride it, one of the workers had to ride with me because you can't ride by yourself. Undoubtedly, I guess it throws it off balance or something. There goes the train. Train's back out riding. Diane says, my grandson did the same thing at that age, lifting your daughter and family in prayer. Virginia says, since it's electric, can you use tinsel? That I don't know, Virginia. I guess I'd have to get in that book and read and to find out. Oh, wait a minute. She's not saying tinsel. Can you use it inside? Yeah, you can use it inside, Virginia. It'd be no different than cooking on a stovetop. You know, I using pots and pans and cooking on my stovetop. I'll just, plug it in and cook right there set it on my kitchen countertop and sit there and cook away. I just have, the only difference would be I wouldn't have near the stuff to clean up because I wouldn't be using pots and pans. Let me back up here because it jumps. Give me a second. I'll get caught up with you guys. Leslie says, Blaine, you're a sweetheart, and believe me, so is Jeff. Y'all are a great bunch of people. And Blaine says, oh, thanks, Leslie. Love y'all as well. Larry says, absolutely not. I'm not doing that. Nope. Well, you just asked if we was going to ride that. Dang, you had me excited, Larry. I thought I had somebody that's going to be able to ride it with again. Dang, Larry, and I'll buy your ticket, Larry. If you'll ride it with me, it's not that bad. It's a fun ride. It's like a 30-second, really, it's a 15-second adrenaline rush, and that's about it. And then it's over with. Dry Creek's laughing. Gary says, Leslie and I will watch you too. And Diane's laughing. Leslie says, I'll just take you to Dollywood with us again, Jeff, for free, of course. Leslie, you don't have to do that, Leslie. we'll figure something out. We'll figure something out, though. Hold on, it jumped on me again. Let me get back to Leslie's comment here, where she's right there. Fred says, hope you have a great vacation, Leslie and Larry. And Leslie says, yes, Gary, definitely. And Larry says, if Denise rides it, I will. I can't wait to see what Denise is going to say about that. And she might surprise me. Denise might ride it. Leslie says, thank you so much, Fred. Blaine says, I may look into electric as well, just for Mallory and I. The 17 we have is for when we're on the road in the RV. 28 for here at home with more people. That 17-inch electric is perfect for you or two. Right, it is. I mean, because you can just about get, if you do like one of them small pancakes, like get one of them utensils that hold your pancake mix to keep it from spreading type deal. You could definitely do that. Eggs, bacon, and probably whatever you wanted. I don't know that you'd be able to do gravy on it with everything. I mean, you can do gravy on it, but not with everything else, because you'd have to move the gravy part around. I don't know if you'd have. Now on the 22-inch, you probably could. Let me get back here, because I know I wish it hold. Wait a minute, it did hold the chat for me that time for some reason. Hey, Dan the Mountain Man. Hey, Dan, how you doing, buddy? Prayers for Dan the Mountain Man, also for the ones that might not know. His mom just passed away a couple days ago. And Dan, I hope you're doing all right, buddy. I know pretty much probably what you're going through. And I hate that for you, bud. You hang in there, and you got my information and stuff. You let me know, when you come over. We'll get together. Let's see. Let me get back here to Dan where he came in, because it jumped that time. Denise says, as you said, Larry, nope. And then Dan saying hey to everybody, and everybody is saying hey to Dan. Blaine says, I'm not riding that thing either. Mallory would ride it with you. Hey, Blaine, I'll have to see, because I know you told on your live show kind of when y'all thought that y'all might be coming over here. I'll just have to see if I can be in town then also. And if I am, Mallory, hey, I'll buy Mallory's ticket. Me and her ride it. Because I wouldn't mind riding it again. It's a good ride. It just don't last long enough. That's the only thing I hate. Everybody's saying hey to Dan right now. And Virginia's saying hello to Dan. Sorry about your mom. And Larry says, I know how that ride ends. Oh, it won't make you sick, Larry. It don't flip you upside down or nothing. I'm talking about the swing part, not this ride over here that flips you upside down and around and around. I'm just talking about the swing part. It's a swing. Teleco saying hey to Dan. Fred says, I agree with you, Blaine and Larry. And Larry says, Jeff, I have ample amount of free bring a friend tickets for Dollywood with no friends to bring but you. You have to come with me. All right. I won't make you have to jerk my arm off, Leslie. I appreciate the invite. You really didn't have to do that, though. I mean, I love just getting to see y'all and hang out with you. And I'm happy with doing that. But I appreciate Leslie, because I know we'll have fun at Dollywood too. Virginia says it's a 110, Virginia. Yes, the 17 and the 22. It's one. Now, if you get the gas bottled one, I don't know if you'd want to use that inside your house. For the ones that might want to get the cheaper one that takes the gas bottles, I don't know if you'd want to, just on account of it being, gas fumes and stuff like that. But as far as the electric, yes, it's a 110 volt, Virginia. Let me get back to the right there. Hey, Erica. How's Erica doing tonight? Saying hello, Jeff and Tootsie and everybody. Larry says, I can ride the biggest and tallest roller coasters, but I cannot stand to go up and slam back to earth like drop zones. And seeing that, because that's why I thought you were serious, Larry. Because I knew you were a thrill seeker, a thrill rider, and it surprises me that you won't. I might can talk you into it though. Once you see what it really does, but nobody's riding it right now. Diane, I mean, I would do this one. It's right here where you see them two little fork-looking thingies. But what that does is that's one of them things that shoots you up, and when it shoots you up, it's flipping you. That one I wouldn't do right now because I'm older and my stomach's a little weaker. But the swing part thing, I can do that. I can handle that. That don't bother me a bit. It gives me a good rush. Diane saying hey to Erica. Fred says prayers for you, Dan. And Fred saying hey to Erica. Erica says God bless Dan. And Dan says I'm doing okay. I'm taking my break at work. Okay, hey buddy, don't work too hard. And I appreciate you coming in and stuff during your break. Blaine says possibly the first week in October, you might see another mountain meetup like last year. Right? I know you're trying to get that worked out. Yeah, the first weekend. I knew what you was meaning there. Telco Toy says sorry for your loss, Dan. And Fred says we will be there, Blaine. And Rob and Denise is sending prayers to Dan. Jimmy's sending prayers to Dan. Blaine says, my wife said, sounds like me. Good ride. Just don't last long enough. Right. I mean, it is. It's over with and done in the blink of an eye. Because your only good thrill rush is when it first happens. After that, it's just like being on a darn swing. I mean, there's nothing to it. But I know what you're meaning there, Blaine. So don't get me wrong. It hadn't got late enough yet. Fred says a swing from 50 feet up. No way. Oh yeah, it's fun, Fred. Jimmy says I'm not riding nothing. Don't ask me. Larry says I know it's a swing, but you get back down the chair drops. Well, I wasn't gonna tell that part, but that's still a good ride too, though, Larry. That's still a good ride. That part's supposed to be a secret. Nobody's supposed to really know about that. Dan says, after having COVID, I'm not sure my heart could handle that ride. And I get that, Dan. I get it. It's not for everybody. It really isn't. Especially with what Larry was just talking about. That you don't know, that they don't tell you about it till it's too late. Virginia says, no, don't use the gas indoors. Right. Blaine says, Dan, I'm there with you. I still have complications after a couple years past it. Talking about the COVID. And David says, I only ride safe rides, like motorcycles. Well, David, I know what you're meaning there, David, but you got to watch out for the yahoos on the road, though, because motorcycle, you just don't have no protection. Diane's laughing with David. Rob and Denise is saying hey to David. David's saying hey to Rob and Denise. Virginia says there's better things to give a rush. And I can understand that, Virginia. And Rob and Denise is giving a wink. And Larry says, I ain't no dummy. I look like one, but I ain't no dummy. Larry, you don't look like one, and you're definitely not one. Blaine says, shoot, I used to ride the biggest and the best roller coasters or rides, but after I hit 30 or 35, that changed for some reason. I'm the same way in a roundabout way, Blaine. Like the ones that'll twist you and turn you. And if it's a rough roller coaster, I can't do a rough roller coaster because of the back surgery and stuff. I steer clear. Like Dollywood's got that wooden roller coaster, and I won't ride it just because I don't want to take the chance on messing my back up again. But now I'll do the Eagle and the Lightning Rod and anything that doesn't beat me too bad. But as far as the rides that'll like flip you upside down and constantly twist you, yeah, I can't handle that anymore nowadays now that I'm older. So I'm right there with you. I completely understand that. Larry says, I'm ready for Mystery Mine again. There you go. I am too. I'm ready for old Mystery Mine. And Mystery Mine's a little rough, but I still like it because it's a good ride. It's a different kind of ride. And I think Larry, he's mentioning it because I think the first time he got to ride it was with me, because his crowd doesn't ride rides, so he didn't have nobody to ride with, so he didn't get to do that one. But when they took me a couple years ago, they I told Larry, I said, come on. I said, we'll go ride that together. I said, I'll ride it with you. And that's what we did. And he had a ball on it. He loved that thing. So he's ready to ride it again. And Larry says, yes, that's right. And Blaine says, I want some cinnamon bread from Dollywood. So Blaine's wanting you to get him some cinnamon bread, Larry. And he might be telling me to get him some cinnamon bread too. Rob Denise says, we rode the little cars at Dollywood. Hey, nothing wrong with that. I think we did that too. Rob Denise. You talking about the old-timey cars, the classic cars? I'm pretty sure we stood, because that was the longest line that we had to stand in when Leslie and Larry took me that year. That was the only line that had a weight to it. Everything else, we pretty much just walked on, if I remember right. Robin Lee says, we just go to Dreammore and get it, Blaine. And then they said, yes, those cars. Yeah, I figured that's the ones you was talking about. Yeah, they're fun to ride around in. I mean, you can act like you're driving them and stuff. Shoot, I'm still a kid at heart. I'll do that mess too. I'll do the bumper cars. I enjoy the bumper cars. Because we did that too. Or I did it with the Harvey Five's kids. I told them, I said, come on, we're going to do the bumper cars. I'm doing it with you. And you ask Leslie and Larry, I'm telling the truth. They didn't get on them, but I did. And then Fred's agreeing with Rob and Denise, says those are fun. They are. Talking about the classic cars where it runs on the track. And Virginia, I think, what is it? It's not Highway 55, but it's, what is the name of that little junction? Junction 50. Is it Junction 55 or it's Junction something? Virginia says, I love the water ride at Dollywood. And she makes her own cinnamon bread. And Dry Creek says, we are very adventurous. Yeah, that's what it's all about. Blaine says, true that, Denise. I've not been, but I know exactly what you mean. And Diane says, Blaine, I will bake you some cinnamon bread. And Robin and Denise says they are actually talking to Fred and Connie about the cars there. And Blaine says, gee, Baker's about to send me tons of bread. And David says, pump cars, I really like them. And Diane's laughing at Blaine. Leslie says, it's true, my kids adore Jeff. He's a hoot. And well, your kids are a hoot, Leslie. Every time I get to meet y'all and hang out with y'all, whether it's warm weather or cold weather, we always have fun. I mean, your kids are cute as can be and precious and well-mannered. I mean, just absolutely, I mean, they've been raised well. David says bumper cars. Yeah, bumper cars. I'll be doing the bumper. If Leslie and Larry's gonna take me again this year, I'll be on them bumper cars. You watch and see. I don't care. I'm a kid at heart. I get out there because I don't do the bumper cars to bump. I get out there and see how many people I can pass and how many laps I can make without somebody hemming me up with the bumper cars. That's my thing with them. Is I'm more racing than I am just trying to bump people and knock the crap out of them. Hang on, it jumped on me again here. Okay, right there, Rob Denise says, I forget what it's Junction something. I can't remember either. I figured Leslie would let us know. Dan says, I have to go back to work. I'll see you guys. Hey, don't work too hard, Dan. And I'll keep you in my prayers, buddy. Diane says, bye, Dan. Don't work too hard. Josh and Stacy, Jukebox Junction. There we go. Is the name of that area. Thank you, Joshy. See, that's what I tell y'all. Rob and Denise and Joshy and Stacy. That's the go-tos. I would have asked Joshy, but I didn't know he was in here. Blaine saying hey to Joshy. Joshy saying hey there, Blaine. Fred says Rockin' Roadway are the classic. Yeah, that's right. There you go. Larry's saying alert everybody. Jeff will ride a ride that slams him to the ground, but he won't ride the well, and that's cause my back surgery, Larry. You know that. I don't want to take a chance on messing up my back again, because I know that ride's rough. Or wait a minute, the Scrambler, that's not the roller coaster. The Scrambler, yeah, the Scrambler, that one messes with my stomach too. It makes me too dizzy. At least I think that's what, because I know there's that where you sit in them seats and you go side to side, and you're crisscrossing. I mean, I would do that. I get too dizzy real quick these days, I guess, being older. I might do it this time though, the Scrambler with you, Larry. Just make sure that if you put me against the seat to where it pushes all, that you don't squeeze me to death. Other than that, I'll get on the other side and I'll hold on to the bar so that way I don't slide over into you. Because I know that's what happens on the Scrambler. Whoever's against that one side of the seat will get squished. Let's see, hold on a minute. Virginia says, hey, lurkers, Josh and Stacy. He probably wasn't lurking. He probably came in right when I was talking about that. Leslie says, they're great kids because of me. Larry's a bad influence. Larry, you're going to have to jerk it up then. Quit being a bad influence around your kids. Joshy saying hey to Virginia. Dry Creek saying hey to Joshy. Fred and Connie saying hey to Joshy. Joshy says, what's up, Dry Creek? And Blaine says, they have to be well-mannered to be Leslie's. We know how serious and innocent she is. Joshy and Stacy saying hey to Fred. Leslie says, Blaine, you have never said something more true in your life. And Blaine's laughing. And see, there you go. Joshy says, just got in here. And Angie's saying hey to Joshy and Stacy. Joshy saying hey to Angie. Leslie saying, hello there, Joshy. Sending love. And Fred says, scrambling is for eggs, not people. Diane says, once you've had back surgery, you're forever protective. And yes, ma'am, you are right, Diane. I'll watch what I pick up. I'll watch how I pick up. Definitely do that. Jimmy saying hey to Josh and Stacy. Josh and Stacy saying hey to Leslie. Sending love. Joshy saying, what's up, Jimmy? And Jimmy says, Josh and Stacy, not much, just working. And Blaine says, Fred, you just find people who are equally yoked. And Virginia says, I agree, Fred and Connie. And Diane's laughing at Blaine. And then Robin and Denise says, by the way, Jeff, squat laws go in effect July 1st front no higher than 4 inches of back bumper. Okie doke. I wonder, you know, on Facebook there, they had that one, and I remembered seeing her in Pigeon Forge, the girl that was in the, I guess, Cadillac that she had squatted, that Cadillac SUV, and he had the tape measure out. So, I mean, you know, if the law hadn't went into effect then, I'm wondering how he is able to give her a ticket. But I'm glad it's going into effect, because I know North Carolina and South Carolina's already, it's been a law all this year, and I think it happened last year when theirs went into effect. Jimmy's getting sleepy. Hey, Jimmy, I know you got to get up early in the morning. You going to bed if you need to, buddy. Yeah, good night, Jimmy. I appreciate you coming in. Dry Creek said she was proud. Yes, she was. She was, Rob Denise. You're right. I remembered seeing her in Pigeon Forge, but I know Gatlinburg, they're more strict on stuff. Because in Pigeon Forge, you can ride those slingshots without helmets, but if you drive through Gatlinburg with them, they're going to pull you over and give you a ticket for not having a helmet. Now, that's what I've been told. Don't quote me on that. Don't think that I'm 100% right on that, but I have been told that. So I'm figuring that's why, you know, because she was in Gatlinburg when that police officer had pulled her over. She wasn't in Pigeon Forge, she was in Gatlinburg. Everybody's saying goodnight to Jimmy. Dry Creek said, Robin Denise says there was a 51-inch law/rule already. There were several over the 51-inch. Yeah. And Larry says, well, darn, just when I was thinking about squatting the van. Larry. Everybody say goodnight, Jimmy. Blaine says, sucks they spent thousands to squat vehicles and now thousands to bring it back to factory settings. I know it. And Teleco says, have a good one, Jimmy Spencer. And Robin Lee says, I know, Larry, right? And then says, depends on their moods too. Okay, got you. And Blaine says, so Larry, no squatting to take a potty break? Larry says, I need to get some lights for the tires for the van. There you go. There you go. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that, Larry. Put you some underneath lights on that van and then lights in behind the wheels there. Now, old Harvey Five would be styling, profiling. And look, Rob Nee says, do it, Larry. And hey, Riley. Hey, thanks for coming in. How's Riley doing tonight? Just joined. How much did I miss? Last little bit, it's been kind of funny, Riley. But I mean, you can either go back and watch it now or wait later and watch it, whatever you want to do, Riley. I mean, they hadn't been a whole lot as far as, you know, crazy like stuff. Larry's laughing at Blaine. Robin Nee says, and which cops? Okay. And Fred and Connie saying hey to Riley. And I'm caught up. And I'm going to take a drink of my Coke. Amanda, please, you still in here? You been quiet tonight. I guess those 6 shots must have kicked in already and knocked her out. I mean, it don't matter if she's in here or not. I'm just curious, just asking. Because I'd asked her how many shots she had. And then Virginia had to help me out because she had wrote number 6. And I wasn't picking up on it quick enough that she was actually answering me. Of course, what is it without having fiascos on a live show? Wouldn't be any fun, I don't guess. Virginia says, when we had a conversation, wait a minute, a conversion. She's meaning when we had a conversion van, we put lights in the windows. Well, that's cool. I bet that is kind of, I hadn't seen a conversion van with the lights in the windows. I bet that would look pretty cool. My grandparents had the conversion van because that's how they went camping as far as doing the road trips. The seat in the very back, you hit a switch and it was electric and it folded down and made a bed. And I mean, that's how they camped way back when. Blaine says, we had a conversion van once. I should have lit it up like a Christmas tree. There you go. Hey, there's one in Lenore that rides around that's lit up. Got the Chris it does it at Christmas time. I think I showed that one time. I caught that on a live one night. I think I showed all y'all, but that's been a few years ago. That wasn't long after I started going live, because I started in October of that year, so I would have been live during Christmas time. I'd have to see if I could go back and even hunt that thing down. Uh, Teleco's saying hey to Riley. Yeah, I knew you was meaning conversion, Blaine. Hey, Scott. He's saying, what's up, y'all? How's Scott tonight? Virginia says, spell check, changed my word. Yeah, I know it, Virginia. I caught on to it once I started reading the rest of the comment. Robin Denise is saying hey to Riley. Blaine saying hey to Scott. Fred Connie says it would have been a conversation van as well, Blaine. Yeah, that's true too. And Diane saying hey to Scott. Robin Denise says you want it to, it won't. You don't want it to, and it does, Virginia. Yeah. Talk. And Fred and Connie saying hey to Scott. Blaine's laughing at Fred. Scott says, what did I walk in on? Quarter bed in a minivan? No, conversion van, Scott. But they didn't have, and I don't know if Virginia had the what they call the high rise top. I think that's what they called it. You know, where the roof had the two little glass windows up in the front, and it give you extra head height. Conversion top, I think is what they called them. But my Papa and Granny, though, they just had the normal conversion van. Had the windows on the sides, and that back bench seat, you could hit a button on the wall, and it folded down straight and made a bed. And they'd take it to Branson, Missouri, and that's what they camped in and stuff. Because the windows had curtains, they could, privatize it all the way around, I guess, if that's the word you want to use. Y'all know what I mean, though. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Riley saying hey to Dry Creek. Scott saying hey, Miss Diane and Blaine. And Teleco's saying hey to Scott. Virginia says at Christmas we even put a lighted tree in with the little train running around it. There you go. Nothing wrong with that. Scott's saying hey. Larry says, Scott, earlier we were talking about things that were 17 and 28 inches. Yeah, well, we was. Just not that emoji, though. Blaine says, Larry, Cat's Meow can help. Scott says, Larry, those measurements take me out of the conversation. Virginia says, when we went to Disney World, we had lighted Mickey decorations in the windows. No extra high roof, though. Okay, so yours was the normal, like my grandparents then. Wasn't the high top. Leslie says, Virginia, why are you like the best ever? Having a Christmas tree with a train in a van is like the best idea ever. Yeah, it is. And then Larry's got the Cat's Meow link on here for everybody. Blaine says, because they are awesome, Leslie. And Larry's laughing at Scott. Leslie says, they are, Blaine. And Virginia says, Leslie, my mom thought we were crazy. No, I wouldn't have thought. I would have liked to have seen that. If you've got any pictures of it, Virginia, you got my contact number. You know where to send it. If you've got any pictures, I'd be curious. I bet that would be neat. Now I'm caught up with the chat right now. Lord, y'all passed the time. I know that. I really wasn't planning on chatting this long, but it's I mean, it's fine though. I mean, I'll probably call it around 9 o'clock, so 20 more minutes. Leslie says, well, I love Crazy, Virginia. You know Jeff is one of my Bestie's right. Because Leslie knows I'm crazy as all get out. Blaine says, I would love to see it as well. Blaine says, dang, you ain't ever lied, Leslie. Yes, see, Blaine knows I'm crazy too. But I know he's asking, saying that Leslie's never lied. And then Leslie's laughing. Yeah, I was waiting to see what Leslie was going to say. Virginia says, I'm sure there are photos somewhere, but that was before cell phones. Oh, yeah. I figured it was before cell phones, Virginia. Blaine says, we all crazy. Yeah. Well, if we wasn't all crazy, what fun would we be? I mean, shoot. We can definitely be crazy and just be crazy in the innocent / clean / somewhat dirty way. And there's nothing wrong with it. Diane says, holy moly, tickets to the Derby averaged $1,250 this year. And that's right, we got the Kentucky Derby Saturday. I about forgot about that, and I usually watch it, but I only watch it from like 6:30 to 7 because it's the fastest 2 minutes in sports. However that slogan goes. It's the fastest 2 minutes in sports, or fastest 2 minutes you ever see, but it's not like Stroke Race. The fastest chicken in the South. For the ones that sing that movie. But every time they say that, it being the fastest 2 minutes, I always think about the fastest chicken in the South. But thank you for reminding me of that, Diane. Blaine says, Virginia, get those Polaroids out. There you go. Scott says, Eli made it back from Washington, D.C. this evening. I'm watching to make sure he didn't get dumber while he's while he was there. I swear he was smelling my hair. Oh Lord, I hope he didn't catch some kind of crazy bug over there, Scott. That they didn't transform him. I'm glad he made it home safe too, and thank you for letting us know that, Scott, that Eli made it back safe. Diane says, I ain't that crazy. Leslie says, in those words of Barney Fife, he's a nut. Diane's laughing at Scott. Blaine's laughing. Leslie's laughing. And Virginia says, not Polaroids, Blaine. And Erica says, where is everyone from? And Blaine says, Belarus. I think's how you say that. I'm from North Carolina, Erica, but I think I'd already told you where I was from. I'm in Tennessee right now, but I'm from North Carolina. North Carolina's home. Larry says Columbus to Erica. Get back over here. I know we're going. Well, I'm gonna say goodnight to everybody here in a minute because I know you're on a little bit of an earlier schedule right now. So just give me just a little bit. Blaine says, may speak little English. Gary says, yes, the Kentucky Derby is Saturday. Kentucky is known for our beautiful horses and fast women. That's right, Gary. That's right, Gary. David C. Perkins says he's downtown Campbellsville, Kentucky. Fred's laughing at Blaine. Diane's laughing at Gary. Blaine's telling the truth now. He said South Carolina. Erica says, I'm in South Georgia. There you go. So we got another Georgia in the house. We got quite a few Georgias in the house right now. But I'll only let the ones that want to tell that. Virginia says she's in Pennsylvania, Erica. A Yankee wannabe Southerner. And Erica says Thomasville. And Blaine says, what part, Erica? And Teleco says Teleco Mountains. Scott says Blaine understands sign language though. And Dan says Campbellsville has a downtown. And Blaine says, I know where that is, Erica. And I'm caught up with the chat. Hey, Diamondback says, dang, just woke up from a long nap. Went to the pool for 3 hours. There you go. You got you some pool time. I didn't get pool time today, Diamondback. Did yesterday, though. I'm going to have to roll this other window down so she can get a breeze on her. Scott says, the mountains of western North Carolina. That's where he's at. I'm in the foothills of North Carolina, Erica. I'm right below, excuse me, I'm right below Scott. Let me get my drink. David says Campbellsville even has a red light. Well, hey, the one red light cities, nothing wrong with that. I know of a few of them. It's only got one red light in the city. Usually that's the towns you want to go visit too and stuff, because they're the quiet, quaint towns, you know, friendly and all that good stuff. You don't have to worry about, you know, nobody bothering you or anything. Oh, I hear a hot rod. What's that Mustang? That Mustang got some exhaust on it. Let's see. Everybody's saying hey to Diamondback. Let's see. Virginia's telling Diamondback we haven't uncovered our pool. Have you not, Virginia? You're gonna have to get with it. Tomorrow's May 1st. Erica says, where are you, Riley? And Blaine says, I'm thinking of going to Foothills in August. There you go. And Diamondback says, hey to Diane and all in the chat. Teleco says, we don't have a red light. And Diane says, it didn't last time I was there. I'm from Hazard and my maiden name is Campbell. And Scott saying hey to Diamondback, and Teleco saying hey to Diamondback. And of course I'll switch because they've got the wheel kind of looks like, I'll show you the Smoky Mountain wheel there. Looks like a candy cane kind of, green, red, white. On the center of it's red, yellow, and blue. Had red, yellow, like a spinner. Now it looks like a bullseye, but I think y'all can see that. Erica says we have too many red lights where she's at, and Diamondback says, Virginia, it's heated well and indoor. I cheated. And nothing wrong with that. My uncle's is heated, but it's not indoor. But his is heated. And of course, that campground I'm at, that pool that they have, it's a heated pool. They keep it 87. Everybody's saying hey to Diamondback right now. Let's see. Blaine says just in South Carolina, not far from Savannah. And Scott saying hey to David. Diamondback says, wait a minute, I read that. Erica says, I read that. So I missed a couple of chats. David says, I'm from Pennsburg, Kentucky. My maiden name is David. David. Diane says, we have 3 red lights. And then laughing at David. And Leslie says, my dad is from Jackson, Kentucky. That's close to Hazard. And David says from Greensburg, Kentucky. And Diane says Jackson's really close by. Yeah, I got quite a few that's from Kentucky that's in here. Or that comes into my live shows. And Leslie says, yes, Diane, sending love. And of course, I am sitting right across from Dry Creek Beard Care's store. It's straight in front of me. I'm not in front of me where y'all are looking, but I can look straight and see, because they're right here, right beside Rec Room Shoes and Photograph Plus. Matter of fact, I'll just back on up. And for the ones that don't know, Dry Creek Beard Care that's in here, their store is straight in front of you right now. I'll zoom in where you can, right there where it's right beside the Autographs Plus. I know it gets blurry, but that's their store that they're in where they got their products and stuff. Let's see. Leslie says, wait a minute, make sure I didn't. Okay, yeah. Leslie says, my family down there's last name is Young. And Blaine says, you know you live in the South when you have a place called Hazard. That's right. Virginia says, I'm waiting for neighbors' trees to stop dropping blooms. Probably won't uncover for a few weeks. Remember, we are farther north. Oh, I know, Virginia. I was just picking at you. I was just picking around. And I don't blame you. Because, man, when we had a pool growing up, we had 2 trees right at the pool. And I cussed every year come fall time because we had to clean that pool out. And when I got old enough, I finally said, Dad, either cut them trees down or we'll just do away with the pool. Well, we done away with the pool. And he actually done away with the trees also. Well, one of them. Because when he tore the pool down, he built him a garage. He put a garage in place of the pool. But we were older by then. I think I was a senior in high school. I know I was in high school when he done the garage though. I was driving and everything by then when he did the garage. Let's see. Erica says 20 miles from Florida line. That's where she's at. Diane says, you got that right, Blaine. And Virginia says, where are you, Diamondback? And Teleco says, we are having a trout festival this Friday and Saturday. Hey, that's cool. Robin D says, oh, geez, just walked back in from trying to get rid of some of those crazy frogs and seen you zoomed in on the show. Yeah, I was showing everybody where y'all's store was at because I was showing the wheel there at first. And then I got to talking about y'all's store. And I said, here, let me back on up some more. I said, that way I'll just put it where everybody can see it that doesn't know about it. Diane says, Mom was a baker from Second Creek. And Blaine says, the portion of this program is sponsored by Dry Creek Beard Care. We have the products that make you look younger and healthier. And Diamondback says, Virginia, I moved from Palm Beach, Florida to the mountains of North Georgia. And Robin Lee says, that's right, Blaine. And Scott says, we have places here called Possum's Trot and Lick Log. And Scott is telling the truth. And Virginia says, hubby always wanted a roof, but I wanted it open. I was a sun worshiper. Hey, right there with you, Virginia. I'm the same, Virginia. Diane's laughing at Scott. Oh, yeah, you're welcome, Rob Denise. You're very welcome. No problem at all. Leslie says, when we had an in-ground pool, the neighbor had them stupid Bradford pear trees right on the other side of the fence. Every time the wind blew, it was like the trees were snowing in the pool. Yeah, I know what you're meaning there too, Leslie. As a matter of fact, it was on the news. I think Tennessee's getting rid of the Bradford pears here. I know Virginia, they're illegal. Is that? Now make sure I'm telling this right, Virginia, because I remember in one live show you was talking about the Bradford pears. Have they banned them from Pennsylvania? Like you can't plant them or nothing, and the ones that are there, they're taking them out because I think they're going to start doing that here in Tennessee. I didn't get to hear what was said on it, but they were jawing about it right before I come to do my live show. If I'm telling that wrong, Virginia, correct me. Robin Lee says, yep, Leslie, we have them down one side of our property, so if the wind is blowing right, they blow right into the pool. And Leslie says, it's awful, Robin Denise. And Blaine says, I hear pools are like boats. The happiest days are when you get them and get rid of them due to cost of maintenance. Right. Yeah, it's definitely costly to have a pool and a jacuzzi, hot tub. Virginia says Diamondback, my brother lives in Jasper, Georgia. Leslie says Blaine, I hated that pool. It cost thousands from the moment we moved in there. And Diamondback says Virginia, I had a heated pool in the back. It was a 60 by 28 by 12 for 35 years. Lots of maintenance. And Leslie says it was one of the reasons we moved. And Virginia says, yes, they did. Not taking them out, just banned from selling. Okay. Well, I think Tennessee's going to take them out, at least in some area in Tennessee. I don't know if it's the whole state or not, but I did see something on the news about where they're going to cut them down and get rid of them. But I don't remember what the reasoning was behind it. All right, but I didn't get to see that part either. Blaine says, I love a hot tub. Sounds romantic. Yeah, they're romantic. They're nice. They're fun. Whatever you want to call them, however you want to use them. But they are costly as far as maintenance too. They're just as bad as a pool. Leslie says, yep, they're evasive. And that's what it is. The Bradford pears are like the darn like ivy and whatever else. They just grow and keep growing and keep spreading. Yeah, I know you're meaning the trees, Leslie. She's saying the trees, not hot tubs. David says, I had a swimming pool in my backyard around the 1990s. I had a lot of neighbors I met at the pool. Yeah, I bet so. Usually pools will draw friends and wannabe friends and strangers and whatever else. When they see a pool, like, hey, can we come swim? Because that happened to us when I was younger. Blaine says, all jokes aside, I need a jacuzzi hot tub for my darn back. Yeah, and that's why my buddy got one, Blaine. I mean, they are good to have. I'm not, dissing them or talking bad about them. I would just mean to know that it costs to have them. They're definitely probably easier to keep up versus a pool. But Blaine's right, though. I mean, that's the reason my buddy back home, for the ones that know who I'm talking about, David, that's why he got him one. For his back and his neck, pretty much his whole body. He'd just go out there and he'd turn them jets on, and buddy, he'd sleep at night after he'd get out, because he always done it right before bed. Virginia says ours is a 16 by 32 by 8. We built it in 1986. Yes, they are lots of work, but I love it. Anyone who sees it thinks it's no. Yeah, and Virginia's telling the truth. She has sent me a picture of her pool. I mean, you wouldn't know that thing was almost a century old. I mean, I'm exaggerating there, but it's pushing 50 years old. Or I guess 40. I guess 40 years old. It's pushing 40 years old. I'm pushing 50. Leslie says, we never had visitors at our pool. I promise. My dad made fun of me, and I said I have to pay people to swim at my house because I'm not friends. Lord have mercy, Leslie. Blake says, Virginia, that's the key, just like vehicles. Maintaining and keeping them clean and upkeep. That's right. Yeah, 38 years old. That's what I say. It's pushing 40. Oh, and it's 9 o'clock too. And Tootsie's ready to. She's a little hungrier tonight. Let me get some lights on in here. Come here. Come on. I know you're ready. I know. Robin and niece has got an 8-person hot tub. No kidding. Now my David's at home. My buddy David at home. His is only 4-person, if I remember right. I think it's just a 4-person. But yeah, they're nice to have. They're definitely nice to have and stuff. Diane's laughing at Scott. Wait a minute, what'd Scott say? Did I miss something? Diamondback says, Virginia, my former pool had a dome for the cold weather and used it a lot. And Scott says, "Oh, this conversation is sounding more like Amber by the minute. Old but fun and expensive to keep." Scott, Lord have mercy. Here, come here, because we gotta tell everybody bye. That way they get to see you and stuff. So, but hey, I hate to cut it a little short than what I normally do. I mean, I normally stay on till 9:30, but she's ready to eat. I know she don't need potty because she done that before we went live. Robin A says, got it when I sold real estate. Everybody came over on Sunday afternoon whoop, whoop, to swim, and we ordered one to fit as many as we could. Hey, I don't blame you there. Heck, I've seen them hot tubs now right quick where you can swim in them. You're not really swimming, but you are and you're not. It's them jets are pushing against you to where you can sit there and swim, but you're staying stationary. Hey, thanks for coming in, Josh and Stacy. I'm getting ready to hop off too. Thank you, Diamondback. Thank you, Teleco. Virginia says that's what hubby wants. His brother lives in Tampa and has a dome. And Blaine says cheaper to keep them, Scott. Yeah, I know you're ready to. I know you're ready to go, youngin. She's getting antsy on me. But yeah, hey, thank y'all for coming in tonight. Thank everybody for coming in tonight. Love each and every one of y'all. Next Tuesday, y'all be on the lookout. Next Tuesday might be a little bit more fun than what tonight was. Don't know for sure yet, but just keep your eye out for next Tuesday night. I have to wait and see though. That's all I'll say right now though. But good night, everybody. Love each and every one of y'all. Tootsie loves all y'all for sure. And we will see y'all next week, Lord willing, and the creek doesn't rise. Bye, everybody. All right, we're going. I know you're ready to eat. I'll let everybody. Yeah, it was fun tonight, Virginia. Definitely was. I'll let everybody say goodbye that hadn't got to before I cut it off. I gotta figure out how to get out of here. Good old Tesla charging stations.